Okay, so hi everyone. Thanks for coming to the Dash call. I'm going to go ahead and share my screen here. I hope you can see. Um, if Swami or someone, could you let me know if you can see the screen?
Yes,
Yes.
we can see.
Awesome. Okay, great. So we took last week off for spring break activities, or at least I did. So that's what happened last week. I did send out this notification. It comes out normally after our calls for anyone who's new on the call. And so, just a recap, for the period March 26th to April 8th, we had a lot of PRs created and merged, 54 and 35 across 12 repositories. So the project's having a lot of activity and getting pretty big. So it's a high merge rate, and last couple of weeks it seemed like we were focusing on stabilizing 2025-11. And some tooling that we were working with, and platform infra. So just a note here of high creation rate. If you go down here, just talks about, some overall statistical findings, and, what the activity levels were here in each repo. We're not just working in the SONiC Dash repo anymore. We're going across all different kinds of repos. So here we're just saying we're on our 175th meeting this week, and just a quick weekly merge graph here. And if anyone's interested, the full notes of everything we talked about. And it's getting pretty long, actually. All the PRs merged and created. And at the very bottom, just to be fast, the recordings. So it's recorded on YouTube, recorded on Teams, if you would like to see it. So that's kind of a summary. And so anyone new on the call, you'll go ahead and receive this once I'm done with it each week. Speaking of new on the call, I noticed we have Varun Vij and Marty Ma. And if you wanted to give a quick introduction, that would be okay. And I can introduce you to the rest of the team here, which is a compilation of Microsoft, Cisco, AMD, NVIDIA, DreamBig Semiconductor, Excite Labs, Keysight, etc. Why don't you go ahead, Varun?
Hi, everybody. My name is Varun Bij. I lead the software product management in AI. Our recently formed startup working on the AI networking space. Uh, Thank you for including me as
Yeah.
part of this call as well. There's going to be some more team members who are going to be joining as well. So I thank you all, from all of us to including us on this call and the forum itself. Thank you,
Yeah.
everybody.
Did you say upscale AI, Vern?
That is right, Christina.
Yeah. So if you need to, go ahead and email me separately, and I could give you maybe a 30-minute overall recap of what we're trying to do in this open source repo, which I'll just give you a one-liner. We're basically trying to define cloud features and convert them into Sonic code and optimize hardware. But we can go over that separately if you'd like some other time.
That'll be
And
awesome, Christina.
yeah, yeah.
Thank you.
And then Marty, if did you want to say hello, Marty, if you're off of mute?
Sure. Yeah. Marty Ma here. I lead the Sonic product management here at the HP post Juniper acquisition. So yeah, coming in this group new, and as we kind of having heavier investment into this area.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay, great. Well, my invitation is open. I can give you a larger overall view, just the two of us, sometime if you like. Um, So
Yeah, definitely.
normally,
Sure.
yeah,
Yeah.
normally what we used to do on the call when it was a smaller project is go through every single PR and every single issue and work on things. Now that it's quite a bit larger, I just kind of go through and I guess cherry pick things, or people bring what they want to talk about to the call. So since I have Vasundhara here, Vasundhara, is there anything you wanted to talk about particularly this week? I noticed you're here.
No,
No?
not
Okay.
really.
All right.
Yeah, But yeah, any TRs that requires attention.
Okay, thanks. Thanks a lot. And then who else? I do see Deepti, welcome Deepti. Okay, so what I'm presenting here, guys, is just the project board, and we have looked over our to-do and draft list a lot of times, but what I thought was interesting this week is the done this week category. So we had quite a few done this week. I don't know that I've even counted them quite yet. Let me take a look at the insights here. And so done this, we had about 45 items done in the since we met last time, so quite a bit. And I could pick out a couple that I think are interesting. I wanted to ask though, since I haven't seen a couple people, Marian or Bud, was there anything you wanted to talk about particularly before we get started, or Cynthia from AMD?
Nothing here from
Okay.
my side.
Marian,
please
you
go ahead.
good?
No.
Okay, okay, thanks. So a couple interesting ones is we did have an update to the Smart Switch HA HLD, and I don't know if I have Jing or Dawei here to talk about it specifically right now, but we did have some updates there. And when I was reading through, I noticed that Jean, of course, has people helping her with it, but there's, a new diagram here, which is an update to the former diagram. And then it looks like in here they're changing a little bit of the verbiage in the description lines. But more interesting, this section here seems to have been created, which is the failure notification, the state transitions, etc. So it might be worth a read if you want to look at it ahead of time. Or let me see if I can view it real quick. Yeah, so it looks like Cheng Rong is the one who did the update. And so just FYI on this one. I don't know if you'd seen that Morale and Cisco team, but there you go. We had cool.
We are part of that conference.
Yeah. And then we did get a couple of contributions around the for HA, the Flow API and the Flow Dump, and those were from NVIDIA. And so it looks like there's some work that's been added there to provide us visibility into the flows for HA and what's going on with those. We also had module 8 of the HA test plan. And again, I'm not going to go one by one here, but I just thought it was interesting that, and of course, Michael worked on this one. But we have basically the test plan module for shutdown and startup sessions from the NPU and config reload. So this work was done. Michael, is there anything you wanted to say about this one?
No, I think we are just covering the HA test plan that has been put together by Jing, and so we had the 8 module there.
Yep.
And at this point, 7 of them are already merged, and we are working on number 9. And yeah, so this is it's ongoing, but I think the majority of the work is already in.
Thank you. Thanks. Yeah, it's nice that it's scoped out like that. So in case anyone doesn't know, we're using HA high availability. We're using BFD to communicate between DPUs, whether it's DPU to DPU inside of the switch or DPU to DPU with 2 different switches. And so we're kind of developing and creating that process to make sure we don't lose flows. And so that's kind of what all of this is about, if you're curious, at a high level. Yeah. It looks like, what else? More tests here. And a little bit of platform stuff, PMON, sensors, thermals, etc. We did have Lawrence, who is not here on the call, clean up some ENI counter entries from Counters DB. So I guess stale counter entries were left, and so 1 meter bucket was already cleaning up, but the ENI counter context didn't. So Lawrence worked on that. So that's a good thing. And let's see, yay. We had a contribution here from Next Hop about Yang models. And then I guess here, an enhancement to the steady state test. And this is HA again, so this is Chengrong again. So it looks like he or she's really leaning in to help with HA. And new fields in the HA global config. So more HA work there. And skip conditions for DPU and MPU process tests. So this one again with HA. So this is the Cisco team was helping, and we're skipping on KVM and non-smart switch topologies just so they don't have HA. So just FYI there. And so those are all the ones that are done. I still need to go through the new ones added here. And so I know it says here Michael's working on updating the HA test plan again. So it seems like that's a big theme over the last couple of weeks. And then we had a utility added to upgrade DPU images for smart switch test beds. That one was contributed by the SONiC team and Lawrence specifically. And so that was for the nightly tests that we run on the smart switch. Not sure if you guys have questions about that one. Just interrupt me if you do. And changed private link source IP values. This is interesting. So this is the NVIDIA team. They modified those on that platform. Pensando had a quick fix for their reboot handling and just some fixes for DHCP here. And then this one's interesting. Fix bulk remove post-processing for inbound and outbound routing entries. So that one was probably a pretty big deal there. I guess it was causing multiple retries. So that's kind of at a high level, bless you, at a high level, that's what's going on with the project. I guess I've talked enough. Is there anything you guys have feedback or anything that you'd like to talk about for the next week, or anything you need help with your PRs? Morelli, do you think we're good with just the high level coverage here then?
Hi,
Yeah, on
Christina.
our side, I think the movement is all on getting the testing and hardening and
Yeah.
the HA closures. So
Yeah,
that's where
big
we
deal.
are.
Okay. Sorry, Vasundhara, what was your comment?
Yeah, so I would like to speak about 139 PR.
This one here, like line
Yes.
139? Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
So could you go to files changed?
Yep.
Yeah, so there is a change to Smart Switch Helper script, and I see that for Cisco, we want to stop rebooting the TPU when it is an entire Smart Switch reboot. Is that intentional? And does the switch also reboot the DPUs internally without even issuing this command at line 258? We are skipping that on Cisco if it is an entire switch reboot. Is anyone from AMD here?
Oh yeah, they're here. I think they're probably thinking.
So when switch reboots, right, it reboots DPU also. When the whole switch reboots, it reboots the DPU.
Right.
Okay, so we don't have to initiate any graceful cleanup. Here we are only
No, basically graceful cleanups happen, and then graceful cleanup is happening. And then when and then it won't reboot the DPU. Anyway, full switch reboot will automatically reboots the DPU. That's what the condition he has added.
Instead of adding the condition in this smart switch helper, isn't it better to add it in the platform? We pass different parameters when we specify individual DPU reboot and complete system reboot. Because this has to be carried over anytime we are planning to do any change to this generic script, which is not platform specific.
I think from Cisco, Ramesh can give more details. Yeah, because
So what you're saying is
Vasundhara, we will discuss with Ramesh, and then maybe tomorrow that platform meeting we will. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So
So
basically,
what you're saying, Gagan, is you want to move it to a more generic location for a platform reboot to take
So
the DPU reboot, right? That's all you're saying.
what I mean is when we call the function from the script, we have a differentiation between when we like want to individually reboot the DPU and when we want to like reboot the complete system. So the platform specific implementation can take care of this based on the parameter which is passed.
Yeah, I guess, yeah, it's possible, I would think, on our on-site to do that. Yeah.
okay. So
We can check on the PMON call, I think, when we meet tomorrow, I think, right?
yes.
Yep,
yes.
that's
Okay, the first part of the file changes are fine, but the second part is more like making it platform dependent, which is like we want to push away.
So during the PMON call tomorrow. Okay.
Yeah. Thank you.
Thanks, Vassner. Appreciate
you.
that. Yeah. Anyone else? NVIDIA team, did you have PRs you wanted to cover or questions? Vivek or Abdul or Judson? No?
Nothing from me this week.
No, nothing.
Okay. All right. So I apologize. It's moving toward more of a picking through PRs versus going through every PR, but I don't really think it's possible to go through every single one. But I am keeping an eye on things, and I'm happy to pull things out in the meetings that we want to see. So
Is there any new features in the pipeline potentially to bring on board?
I did. The only one I can think of would be VTAP that Pranjal is possibly looking to work on. And so for people on the call who don't know, VTAP is a method to mirror flows and packets over for, you could use it for regulatory compliance, whatever, but that's a feature that's pretty in demand. So that one might be on deck. And what we would do is define that in the community, define the requirements, figure out the pieces in the SONiC containers that need to change, et cetera, and then write tests for it, of course, and then implement a feature. So that's kind of how that works. And if you have your own features you'd like to bring in, from a different area or company, feel free as well. So yeah, that's all I have for this week. I'll go ahead.
Yeah, Christina, so we are actually utilizing this time for any new design presentations as well for Smart?
Yep, absolutely. Well, yeah, you can use it for Smart Switch. There's actually a Smart Switch meeting on its own that happens on Thursdays, I believe. Switches morning and night, yeah. And so I can bring those updates into this forum if people from here don't attend that, or I'd be happy to have a second presentation here if there's something Smart Switch related.
Okay, so next week I'm planning to cover a small presentation in that community meeting.
This one?
No, the Smart Switch.
Next one. Okay, I'll make sure and attend. Yeah.
Yeah, I see that the invite has been not on my calendar. I'll check with Ref. If that is not being scheduled, can I utilize this time?
Oh, yeah,
It is
sure.
it is on calendar for me at least for that. Are you on the alias? Just check with Ref once.
Sure.
We should. We should be able to go to Linux Foundation and log in, and then there's their calendar there. And if I remember correctly, we should be able to look at the calendar there and download the invite. Let me.
Yep. For some reason, it got erased from my morning calendar. Evening, I see, but yeah.
Is it this one, SONiC Smart Switch?
Yeah.
And then, so how would I view this? Sorry, guys, I'm not that smart. Calendar?
Yeah.
I'll put this in the chat window, Vasundhara.
Yeah, it alternates between morning and evening, Vasundhara.
Yep.
So pick the appropriate slot. Morning may be preferred because evening.
That's why I wanted to do it next week. Yeah.
Sounds good.
And so next week in the Smart Switch meeting, and then and if not there, then here.
Yes.
Okay, just let me know.
Yeah, sure. Thank you.
And here, yeah. All right. Well, thanks everyone for coming. Appreciate your time. And feel free to email me out of band if needed, etc. And have a great day.
Thanks, Shane.
Okay,
Thank you.
thanks.
Thanks, everybody.
Bye-bye.
Thank you. Thanks.
Bye.